What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Journey with G Poppy. So today I am planting some squash plants. It's still early April, so I'm planning to plant some squash plant sets. You can buy them at the your local garden store already grown, or you can get these biodegradable plant pots like this, and then get some soil. I like to do a mixture of potting soil and peat moss and a mixture of other things and mix it all together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill up some of these pots, and then we're going to follow the manufacturer's recommendations. Let me move this camera back. All right, so we'll scoot it over here where you can see it a little better. All right. So what we're going to do is I'll do a video of some other plants as well, but so what we're going to do is fill these pots up, right? Don't have to be neat. I put them in a tub purposely so we didn't have to be so neat with them. This is some pretty rich soil, and it's got some very compost and whatnot in it, so it should be pretty good for growing something. And the neat thing is, if you put it in a container like this, a plastic container, and there's still a threat of frost at nighttime, you can put a lid on the pots to cover them so the frost doesn't affect them. But obviously, the next day you would have to take the lid off, otherwise the sun would cause the plants to burn up. So because it would be sort of like a magnifying glass. I'll turn that around a little bit right there so you see the others here. All right. So pretty simple process. It's not rocket science at all whatsoever. And like I said, you don't have to be neat. You can just be crazy with it. I'm pretty good at that. So all right, so there you have it. That's filling up the pots. And then next next we're going to follow the instructions on the back. I prefer burpee seeds normally, but fairy moor seeds have been more abundant, and these are organic. So the package tells us to plant these seeds an inch deep, and then allow them to grow 3 inches tall before replanting them. Anyway, so I'm going to put a couple seeds in each pot, and we'll see. So you can see the seeds. Okay, those are what the seeds look like. These are yellow squash. Okay, and I do like yellow squash. So what we'll do is we'll make a little hole. Oops, sorry. Make a little hole with our finger, right? Make a little hole with our finger, and then bury a few of these seeds an inch deep in the pot. Okay, so we'll just go through and make a hole. Sorry if you can't see that. Make a hole in the pots right in the center, and then we'll bury these seeds like an inch deep. You don't want to go too deep on them, because then it'll take too long for them to come out. And then of course we'll want to keep them moistened, nice and wet. All right, I've poked holes in every one of them, so we're going to put a couple seeds in each pot, and I'll keep the squash on one end, the yellow squash on one end, and the other squash I'll put on the other end. So I don't want to have too many squash plants, because squash you have to plant, once you transplant it, it takes a lot of room So I'm going to put extra seeds in these pots. All right, and then I'm just going to cover them up. Okay, so that's our yellow squash, right? All right, that takes care of them. We have 8 of those pots, which is more than what I really probably want or need, but because I have a very small garden. But anyway, so next we'll do our a zucchini squash. So this is zucchini summer squash, and the planting instructions are the same, 1 inch deep. So I'll put, again, I'll put a few seeds in each pot, right? And so I'm going to put a few in here, and I'll push them down because that hole didn't stay very well. All right, I'll push it down about 1 inch in the pot. All right, and you guys seem like you're very interested in gardening these days. So I don't know if it's to do with the food, the food prices, or the gas shortage, or, the gas prices, or the gas gouging, or whatever you want to call it. But, I think a lot of it is kind of, has been purposely made to be worse than what it really is. But that's just my opinion. And everybody's entitled to my opinion. So, anyway, so we're going to cover these seeds up. Okay, so we have 8 of the zucchini squash and 8 of the yellow squash, and so they're ready to be watered. And then so we'll stop the video right there, guys, and I'll see you the next time around. I'll have some other things to plan as well.